Welcome back to Talk of the Town. If you're buying a home, you've probably heard the advice. It's a good idea to get a home inspection. Here to talk to us about that is Don Hopkins. He's an owner and an inspector of Don Hopkins Home Inspections. Welcome to Talk of the Town, Don.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on. So I'm curious, before we get into the details of that, why did you decide to become a home inspector?
The good way of explaining that would be, I like to help people, and buying a home is a major one of the largest investments you'll ever make. And being my industry and being in home remodeling and stuff, knowing there's a lot of things that homeowners don't have that knowledge when they purchase a house. So I get to go in and help them go through and really look at all the components to find out if they're working, if there's some they should be forewarned on before they purchase the house.
Absolutely. I love that you have the remodeling background. I'm sure that's got to be very beneficial. So the general advice is it's a good idea to have a home inspection. Why do you think it's so important?
It's always good to have a home inspection, because the reason why is because buying a house, there's so many things that are happening in purchasing the house. You know, your buyer agent, the seller agent, and working and trying to get this thing done, a closing date. But having a home inspection done, you know the whole overall view of what you're getting in the inspection. How old is the furnace? Is it in good shape? How's the roof look? Those components are very major. You don't want to purchase a house and then realize I have a lot of expenses coming up.
Yeah, and I bet you get into all those nooks and crannies that aren't maybe super apparent to a novice person like me.
Yes.
Let's talk about someone like me. Who are the clients? I think before the camera was rolling, we were saying that it may not be a home seller or a home buyer. It could be a home seller too?
That is correct. A lot of times a home seller, before they even put their house on the market, sometimes they'll actually give me a call and they'll say, can I have a home inspection done? Thinking about putting my house on the market. And I think that's a great idea also, because then they can actually know what is good and what's not good. I call a home inspection more of a safety and function inspections. And then that homeowner, before they put their house on the market, they can have somebody certified or qualified to come in and fix some of those items so they can get the max value for their house without the negotiation factor.
Actually, I like your term, a function and safety inspection.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah, that's actually really great. And you mentioned before someone might put their home on the market. So when is the right time to have a home inspection, whether you're buying or selling?
A lot of times when there's an offer placed on a home, a lot of it's going to be contingent on the home inspection, because they don't want to be fully committed until they know how the overall is. It's kind of like buying a car. You want your mechanic to overcheck it before you actually make the final purchase of the car. And that way, when they're actually put an offer on a house, that inspection will then come in there and they'll have either they're good with it, or there's going to be some negotiations in the final price.
Okay. How long does it take you to do an inspection? I'm sure that varies.
It does. Yeah. It depends on the size of the house and all what's involved. It is a visual inspection, so it's not evasive. So it's not like we're punching holes in the walls. So we're going to go through the house. A lot of times a home inspection can take anywhere from 2.5 to 4.5 hours.
Oh my.
Yes, and it does become lengthy.
Okay, I'm sorry, I thought you were continuing there.
No, it's okay.
All right, so it can take anywhere from 2 to 4 hours.
Yes.
And when does the client get the report? Because I'm sure you've got to go back and go through everything.
When I do the inspection, I kind of do it on a program. So right away it's digitally done as I go through the program. But to finalize the program, it takes me a few hours after the inspection, so I can go through and finalize everything, make sure everything is there, and then I usually try to get it to the client within about 6 to 12 hours after the inspection.
Oh, that's actually a lot faster than I thought you were going to say.
Yes, it's usually, we want it right away. So once they have it, there's a time limit for having the home inspection for the purchasing of the house.
I see, I suppose if there's a contingency involved with it.
Yes.
Great to know, that's so speedy. We have just about 30 seconds left. Is there a top 2 reasons or 3 reasons to get a home inspection?
Having a home inspection is having the confidence to actually knowing what the house you're going to purchase, because it is the largest investment. Having that confidence knowing that you're making a good choice and that you're not going and buying a money pit or something that's going to cost you a lot of money after you purchase the house.
Knowing is always better.
Always.
Absolutely. It's some peace of mind.
Yes, it is.
All righty, Don Hopkins, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So Don is the owner. He's an inspector. He's with Don Hopkins Home Inspections. Thanks so much. That's it for our show today. Thanks to all of our guests for coming on today. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Talk of the Town right here on Wisconsin's 57 Television.